All right, state your name, today's date, and your organization.
My name is Sheila Jackson. Today is November the 20th, 2023. My organization is Regional Safe Haven and Optimistic University.
Okay, so first and foremost, I love what you and your organization does, especially for the kids with autism in this Southwest Georgia area. They don't have things like that here. So, could you tell me a little bit about your background of your why did you begin to create this autistic university that you are currently working on now?
Purpose is my why, and the purpose came in the form of my son, Reginald, which is why I started Regional Safe Haven. 16 years ago, my son was diagnosed with autism, but we didn't have any outlets or any places or people that I can run to for support after the diagnosis. So I wanted to create Optimistic University and Regional Safe Haven to help parents like myself and also children like my son. Everything that they say that my son could not do, he has now exceeded above and beyond, and that came with hard work. So I wanted to give him a voice, and that's why Regional Safe Haven created Optimistic University.
So, going into next year, what do you want to see more of pertaining to the community sense of knowing, autism and all of that with this school being in place coming into next year?
I just want to be a light to open doors for many other programs, other people, other parents, other children who are living the day-to-day life that I live. This is not a job for me. This is my life. I don't get to turn this off. This is a 24-hour, 365-day life for me. And what I would like to see is for the community to educate themselves, to know that though these individuals may be living with autism or any other form of neurodivergent disorders, they are human and they are capable of doing even more than we are capable of doing. They just need a chance and an opportunity. So to educate themselves about who these people are, what they do, and just know that they are not their diagnosis.
Right. So, in the next 5 years, where do you see yourself at with the university here and its impact and growth on the whole United States? Really, because it's the first of one of your kind.
It's the first. I see global. I see many other campuses and organizations taking hold of what it is that we started here. This is not my plan. This is not my vision. I just happen to be chosen. This is God, and everything that God is a part of is bigger than anything that I can imagine or anything that we could begin to fester. So wherever He decides to take this, I'm along for the ride. But I think it's going to be global, worldwide, because it affects so many people. And the research is not much research is known. So I hope to provide more research so that we can provide more jobs, more technology, electronics to help these individuals day to day live a normal life.
What are some, because a lot of people, they see the glory, but they don't know the difficulties of day-to-day stress. What are some difficulties that you go through on a day-to-day concerning your son and even getting ready to build this school?
Day-to-day things I go through with my son is safety. To ensure that he is safe. If anything were to happen to me, what would his quality of life be? That's the thing that I wake up in the back of my mind every single day. Will the world accept him? Will they understand? I saw a clip on social media where a young boy was autistic and he was being slung them down, and that's my biggest fear, especially my son being autistic, but he's also black. So in my mind, every day that gets me up to create something, and I have to be disciplined. The number one thing is discipline. I have to stay disciplined, and it's hard because I didn't choose this.
That gives me chills right now. Yeah.
I didn't choose this. This was something I was chose for, but God thought so much of me, and so I have to be obedient and disciplined. Do I want to give up? Yes. Days I wake up and I want to give up and I want to throw in the towel and I want to go get a 9 to 5 and I want to just take orders and be like, hey, do this, do that. But I know there are so many people and children counting on this. So many parents who need that hope to just get through in the next minute or the next hour, to know that things won't always be the way that they are. Had I stayed in that moment, I wouldn't be where I am. Optimistic University would not exist, but I'm grateful for the push.
What advice you would give to any parents or guardians or aunts, uncles who are actually dealing with a child or children with autism? What are some tips or advice or motivation you give them to help them not give up and stay in the ring, you know?
Trust God. Trust God and know that even though this is hard, you were chosen. Everyone is not equipped to do this, and if God gave you this task, He will give you all the tools necessary to complete it. And don't look at where things will not always be what they are. Progression does happen, and your child will be someone brilliant. They already are. It just needs to be nurtured. Find a therapist, because you're going to need that in the moments when things get too hard and you can't find your grounding, and sometimes prayer is not enough. You're going to need someone.
Yeah.
So that would be my advice.
And one last question. I'm trying to see. It's a little thing that I always do at the end. What would you want your legacy to be? That's a good one. That's a good one.
I would want my legacy to be simple as, with purpose comes grace. The same grace that you give to others, give it to yourself. And no matter what happens, always do good, always do right by people, because your blessings will continuously come. So I would want that to be my legacy, for people to just, if you see someone in need, if you see and if you're able to provide that solution or help, do it. Do it.
That concludes the interview. Any more information you wanna? Because I can, type it up.
If they need any help or any services, of course, go to www.reginaldsafehaven.org or optimisticuniversity.org. We're here. We have support lines. We have support groups. We're here to help you anyway.
And when is the opening date for
the opening date? We are going to open the next school term. We were going to do it in January. We pushed it back to start with the same school year, because I don't want to pull the kids from something that they're already accustomed to. And children with autism and who have neurodivergent other disorders, they are prone to routine. Routine is very important. So I don't want to disrupt their routine.
Right.
So, and that gives us an opportunity to go get more funding, other tidbits, and get a whole lot of other things that would be great for these parents and these children.
Right.
So it's just God's timing, and so I was led to, it was me wanting to go ahead and get this out there, but God, every time I got, God was like, no.
Yeah, it's all about God's timing and not rushing, Last but not least, where can they go to donate
You can go to reginaldsafehaven.org. There is a link through Give Butter. And you can give, and all of our proceeds, everything that you give literally goes to our organization. And in our organization, we give back to the community and our families. It doesn't line the CEO's pocket. It doesn't go towards frivolous things. We literally, whatever we are given, we use it to benefit the children and the families.
Okay, well, that wraps that up. Anything else you would like to add?
No, this is awesome.